All right. Hey, so this is Jared with JMGant Photography here in my home office. This is part one of hopefully many parts of product reviews. And just essentially, I'm going to do a series on my blog where I review different products that I like, that I don't like, that's been good, that hasn't been good. And products just stand out to people. I get, every wedding, every event, every shoot, I have people approach me saying, hey, what camera do you shoot with? Or what is this? Or what is that? And so for this very first intro to this blog series, I'm going to be discussing this right here. What you see on my shoulders. And this is without any doubt the number one most asked about product. People see me walk in and they think maybe it's like a gun harness, or I don't know what it is about it, but it stands out to everyone. So this is a Holdfast Moneymaker dual camera harness. And what it allows me to do is mount two cameras and shoot with two cameras any given time, giving me a bit more flexibility with more focal length. So I could have maybe a 24-70 and a 7200 on one side, or I could have a 35 millimeter and an 85 millimeter or something of that sort. Basically what's allowing me to do is have two cameras to shoot with at any given time without having to constantly switch lenses. When I do portraits during a wedding, I like to do pictures from the waist up, like closer up portraits, and then I also like to do full body shots to show everyone's full outfit. Everyone gets dressed up nicely for weddings, so I want to be able to show that. So I try to do both, and without having to move way far back and then come right back close, in order to get things done as quickly as possible, it's nice to be able to have two lenses, two camera bodies with lenses on them, to be able to switch back and forth for those two different purposes. So how they mount, right here in the bottom of the camera you can see, I think you can see, just a very simple mount that screws into the, what is it, I think it's like I don't know what mount size that is, but anyway, it's just a simple D-ring that's attached on there. And then at the bottom of these harnesses, and I have a couple of them, so I mix match them and have fun, but I have multiple harnesses. But you'll see these simple hooks right here. From my understanding, these are the same hooks that are used for sailing. So they're made to hold a lot of weight. If you can imagine a sailboat with its sail being secured by one of these type of hooks. But the nice thing about it is they're really quick to use. Essentially, throw it through that D-ring, flip it over, and squeeze the outside and it's attached. And it is fully attached. Like I've never, ever, and I've had this harness for about 2.5 years, I've never had one open up at any point, ever. And one thing you're going to see here that I know Holdfast isn't going to support, but I don't even use their security. They had an extra security strap that attaches and goes around in case this one was to open up. And so if mine was to open up, it probably would fall to the ground. I'd probably break something. But it was an extra piece of lanyard that was kind of a pain. So I've chosen not to use it. And I just used the main attachment. And like I said, it is solid. Very, very solid. Never had a camera drop or even come loose. And after just a bit of practice and time, you get really used to throwing the cameras on here, and it becomes almost second nature. And I'm gonna even throw a lens on each camera body so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. So this is how it would look while I'm shooting a wedding. Essentially two cameras on there. Again, they are solid. They're not going anywhere. I have no fear. The biggest concern you might have when you have a big old 7200 is just when you get down low and you kneel or something, you just have to be conscientious about the lens hitting the ground. But while you're walking around, essentially I grab right where the hot shoe is. I typically will grab onto that and I'll throw it behind me if I'm trying to get in and out of chairs or something of that sort. But you go up, start shooting, boom, 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 throw a camera down, grab the next one, boom, 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 no downtime, really quick and easy. And this one is, trying to think, this color is the, I think it was natural, I want to say. and after a year or two of using it, the leather's got a little bit of patina, a little bit of wear on it, and oils and whatnot, so it's definitely darkened. It was way lighter when I first got it. I really like the color of it now. When I first got it, I was a little hesitant, it seemed a bit too light, but now I'm a really big fan of it. And I still have the old school extensions. I know that Holdfast has upgraded their extensions so that they can be shortened or extended, I believe is what the point of it is. And then also it prevents the D-ring from attaching on clothes. If you have a shirt pocket, then you go up and down, that D-ring as it's sliding up and down sometimes will catch on like any excess clothing or shirt pocket like I mentioned. It will be a problem. But other than that, it's great. So here's the front, this is how it looks. And make sure before I turn around that my underwear's not showing. Here's the back. Again, it's adjustable. Those belts can be tightened or loosened. And this is it. Everyone always comes up and asks me about it. They think it's homemade, which I do have a couple homemade ones, or they think it's like a tool belt that's been customized, which I guess one could do if they wanted to. Anyway, this is the Holdfast Money Maker. One of my favorite, and one thing that I didn't mention that I definitely needs to be mentioned is it's a classy looking camera harness or camera strap. Like a lot of camera straps, they might be nylon or some sort of fabric, and they look kind of gadgety, or just, they don't always look classy and nice, and don't really add to your attire. Whereas these straps, I almost always, don't have one on right now, but I'll almost always have a matching belt that matches the similar leather, or my shoes. I'll wear like, brown shoes. I'll tie it into my outfit, and it really complements most outfits really nicely. And I have a black one that if I want it to be somewhat minimalistic and I don't want it to show up too much, I'll wear that and maybe a black shirt, and then you don't even really notice it. But for the most part, this is my favorite one I use. I feel like it's really complimentary in just about any outfit that I wear, even casual outfits like this. I feel like it adds a nice little touch, nice little swag to it. So, kind of reviewing, this is the Holdfast Money Maker. I think they have their logo right there, you can see. It's the Holdfast Money Maker. Cost, I think now they're selling them for about $230, $250, something like right around that range. And they used to be even about $100 more. They've dropped a bit in pricing. There's a couple other brands that are similar. So the competition has pushed the pricing down, which is always good. This is, as far as this harness goes, I would give it a 9 out of 10. There's a few things to it that I wish were a little bit better and a little bit different, but for the most part, it is a good, easy 9 out of 10. No hesitations, really like it. Would highly recommend it to anyone who shoots with 2 cameras. And if you don't shoot with 2 cameras, I would highly recommend giving that a try as well and see if that pushes your creativity a little bit, makes you a little bit more versatile and quick. So again, this is JMGant with JMGant Photography, just kind of talking off the cuff about the Holdfast Money Maker. I'm rating it a 9 out of 10, and this is for a upcoming blog series that I'm doing. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a message below or shoot me an email. Check out my work. It's www.jmgantphotography.com. Check me out on Instagram or on Facebook or anywhere. I always appreciate the love and support. And until next time, have a great day.